Education will go on. It is required to survive in this world. But how to make use of this education, how to make use of your heart, especially in education, in your professional life, in your business world, in your family life. Heart is the most important thing, and that's what we teach.
Have you had a challenge in your profession, in your work? We'll get to the youth next, but in managing the companies, multi-billion dollars companies, I mean, it's a big challenge. When you had a problem that you had to solve it with your heart, you had a conflict between what your brain told you and what your heart told you, and you chose the heart. What was that problem and how did you solve it?
Operate every moment with the heart, actually. The question of deciding with the heart comes only when you are not all the time with the heart. So I can give you an example where I failed when I did not use my heart. But that is irrelevant. What is most important is that we got to use heart every moment. It is like a person who meditates for half hour every day, and for the rest of 23 and half hours is different person. Then it will not work. So when we say I use my heart, it has to be used all the time, not just during one of the moments. Of course, challenge comes when the decision that we made because of the heart, that because that's your natural tendency. If you have money, yes. If you have resources and other assets that you can liquidate, good. But what do you do when you don't have these? That's the time when you cry and you weep, and there is no solution in sight. Then you have to terminate whatever project you are doing. See, you go to the extreme. So, to me personally, heart is not to be weighed out against the logic. Heart has to be used all the time. That has to become our primary nature. Exceptionally, you can say, "Oh, I did not use the heart," and you see the consequences. Be disaster.
What should be the goal of a company in your mind? You know, we all talk about, return on investment, earnings per share, did the GNP grow? Did the profitability grow? Is the company growing? Is that the goal? I mean, this is economic theory. The economic theory is we need to profits, we need to return on investment. What is your take? What should be the goal? The moment we talk about management with the heart, is it the same goal? What is the goal of the heart? I know what the goal of the brain is, but what's the goal of the heart?
Once I have fixed the main goal of my life, ultimate goal, what I would expect myself to be when I breathe my last, the version, the final version of Kamlesh, when I'm breathing the last, the best that is there, best and presentable to the Lord. Rest of the things that I do in this life is to only to arrive at that level. If I do business, it is to support my spiritual life. It is to support my travel expenses. It is to support my family's grooming in the field of spirituality. Because spirituality also costs. You see, you have to travel, visit ashrams, spend some time alone. So, whatever earnings that I have, rather whatever earnings that I had to make, I make in the company of many associates. And if I have the ability of making millions, go ahead. I would not run away from making millions. If I have the ability of making billions, I would do it. But I would always remember the primary goal that I have to heighten, I have to prepare myself in the best possible way so that I can present myself to Almighty and say, "Here I am, Lord, I did my best." Other things are on the side, businesses and this and that and families. And this is something that supports my main pursuit.
If you have done a lot with youth, can you tell us a little bit what is it and why is it such a passion of yours?
We as an organization, we are doing a lot actually worldwide as far as spirituality is concerned. And now, since last 6 years or so, we have been aggressively pursuing the youth. Aggressive. You go from college to college, and now in this pandemic period, we are having a lot of online programs for the youth. See, we interact. We interact a lot. We have free discussions on all these things. As far as doing is concerned, we make them do meditation, that's all. But it's not just that's all, because if you see the reason for environmental pollution, the direct cause is the inner pollution. If this inner pollution is removed and so there is some clarity, then children can behave well. See, ability to give the decision, make the decision on their own accord. So we sensitize their hearts by rightful techniques we give them, primarily meditation, how to do the cleaning, how to remain in touch with your higher self. And for each of these sessions, we have a trainer. See? So we strike all these things at the very root level, see? Sensitizing the heart, make it able to discriminate things from right and wrong. See? If a child doesn't know what is right and what is wrong, then this child is going to fail. We have to sensitize the heart. So that is the beginning part of it. See? Give them enough of courage that yes, doing the right thing pays off in life. The main thing is working on the heart. See? Education will go on. It is required to survive in this world. But how to make use of this education, how to make use of your heart, especially in education, in your professional life, in your business world, in your family life. Heart is the most important thing, and that's what we teach.